What's up, guys? Peanut coming back at you. I had to do a little work on this saw, and I'll get into that here in just a minute. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a review on it while I had it here on my workbench this evening. I've had this saw for a couple months now, and definitely put it through its paces so far, so I feel like I could go ahead and give it a review. So far it's holding up really good. Haven't had any problems out of it. The reason why I had to work on it is I had to saw some brick today, so I had a masonry blade on it, and all that fucking brick dust got in my blade catch, my blade guard, and it had it jammed up. I took it all apart and cleaned all the dust and shit out of it. It works fine now, so. As you see, it's 36 volt, takes 2 batteries. I haven't used the DeWalt worm drive style saw, the flex volt, so I don't know how it would compare to that one. But I have for years had Bosch worm drives and skill saw worm drives corded, and I could tell you that this saw runs right with them. It's just as good, has probably just as much power as a corded saw. So it'll rip right through 2x10s, long ways, 16-foot long rips. It'll pretty much do anything a skill saw, worm drive saw will do. It's got pretty good weight to it. It feels and weighs about the same as a skill saw, corded saw. They've done a pretty good job as far as, keeping the weight down. It is a very, very heavy saw, compared to, just like a cordless DeWalt single battery or like this here saw. I got this saw. This is the saw I was using. Let me throw this one up here. This is a Fuel 7 1/4. M18, just a regular sidewinder. I hate these kind of saws. If you're a carpenter and you're working off of sawhorses all day, these are great, fine for ripping plywood, ripping OSB, cutting studs. These are great. But if you're a concrete man like me, set that down. If you're a concrete man like me, that's the way to go, because you're not working off sawhorses. You're just picking up boards off the ground, 2x10s, 2x4s, and laying them across the top of your boot on your steel toe, and just like this. You got the board laying there and you're holding it, you just cut right through it. So it's very heavy. I think it's like 12 pounds or something, but if you're used to using a corded skill saw, it'll feel comfortable to you. Let's talk about, the price. I bought this at Home Depot a few months back for $300, and it come with the saw, 4 batteries, and that charger right there, and this bag. So, you can't fucking beat that. I think the 4 batteries alone is probably worth that much. So, for the price, even if you pay like $360 for all that, it's still a great deal. I'm kind of glad when this first came out. I was thinking about buying it, but I'm kind of glad I held off and waited till the deals came out, and got a lot better deal. Because when they first came out, it was like $380 for 2 batteries, the saw, the charger, and the bag. And that just kind of sucks. When you run through your batteries, you're done. So I'm glad that I waited and got the 2 free batteries along with it. Okay, so let's go through the pros. The pros is, like I stated, it's got plenty of power. The weight of it is not ridiculously heavy. It's about the same as a regular skill saw corded. Has it does compare to a corded saw as far as power. Battery life is pretty damn good with the two 5 amp hour batteries. I can't tell you how many boards or how many days it goes. I mean, it's not like, how do I say it? It won't just fucking blow your mind on how long the batteries last, but then again, it's not where you're like, damn, I'm charging these batteries every fucking time I turn around. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. It does have a big rafter hook on it. Although I think if you're up in the rafters with this thing, you're gonna know it because it's a heavy son of a bitch. Some features that I do like on it is this. It has your depth adjustment. You no longer, have to use a tape here and all that jazz. This is nice. You just line it up with the arrow. And, if you're cutting 1/2-inch plywood, you need to be somewhere about 3/4, or ripping 2x4s, you'd be right in here at like, 2 inches or whatever. So that's great. It does have the stops on the front. You can set it at 22.5, 53, or 45 degrees. It takes regular saw blades. You do not have to knock the diamond out on these. If you have blades and you have the diamond knocked out of them, it will kind of still work. It's got this ring that you flip around. That's kind of one place where I think they might have fucked up a little bit. They should have made the diamond deal in the back of that ring. It's got electronic brake. Let's see. Stops real quick, so that's good. And this is pretty easy to use, the safety. I mean, it is kind of annoying, but you just have to deal with it. Other than that, that's about all the positives. Oh, the charger is unbelievably fast. Less than 45 minutes, both batteries will be fully charged and ready to go. So this charger is fucking awesome. They're blowing Milwaukee out of the water with this charger. If Milwaukee Milwaukee might have a charger like this, I don't know, but even my Milwaukee rapid chargers don't charge near as fast as this thing. This is badass, the charger. Alright, so let's get into all of the cons. Okay, this I do not like. This is their blade stop for changing the blade. I don't like it. It's pretty freaking stiff. And the location is, I don't like it. It don't fit my hands. I got small hands. I guess if you have big old hands, you might be able to manipulate it better, but I don't like it. I like the ones that, one of my saws, I don't know if it's sorry for my great camera work. One of my saws, I think it might be my, Bosch worm drive, has like a little button back here that you just press to lock it. That is great. I wish they would just make one of these that you just push in and it will stay locked. Like, why is it? I mean, I wouldn't think that'd be so hard to design. You just push it in, it stays locked, you hit a little button and it releases, And the reason why this is a pain in the ass is because when you have your saw, I'm not going to be able to do it. When I change my blades, I like to have the saw this part all the way up. Well, it's really hard to manipulate that thin. Okay, so that's my first gripe with it. The second gripe is changing the blades. I think this thing came with one of those little janky saw wrenches, but I don't know. I threw it away because it sucked, and there's no place to put it to keep it on the saw, that's just stupid. Like, they could have made a place anywhere on here, somewhere on here, that you can slide your wrench in to change the blade. Better yet, like you can see right here on this Milwaukee, right there, that's your Allen wrench. So I don't know, I mean, Makita, you could have done a better job on that. What I came up with was this. I didn't make this, but I bought these pieces. And I just keep this all together. It's a 6mm. Fits right in there. So, okay, the next, let's see, what else don't I like about this saw? The blade changing is the main thing, really. Oh, the batteries can be kind of a pain in the butt to get in and out of this back here. I won't be able to do it one-handed. Yeah. You can't get them batteries out one-handed. Two-handed, and it's a fight. I've even had to stick a pry bar in there to get mine out. Which I know, they've got a lot of dirt in them. I did buy some electrical cleaner to clean them out, but so changing the batteries and changing the blade is my two biggest complaints on this saw. Other than that, I gotta say, I'm really happy with it. So I guess when I'm using it and cutting with it, I like it. But when I gotta fuck with it, like change the batteries or change the blade, it irritates me. So I would recommend this saw though. I mean, absolutely. For the money, you can't beat it. You know, like they say, cut the cord or whatever. Go cordless. We've pretty much went cordless everything now. We don't even have any corded tools on our truck anymore. There's just no reason for it. They've got these tools now where they make the same power, if not more power, than corded tools. And the less I gotta listen to a freaking generator run all day, the better. Anyways, guys, that's about all I got. Thanks for watching. Oh, if you leave me any kind of stupid comments, I'm not going to respond. I don't have time for that. See ya.